Welcome, everybody. This is Rebels React to the Clone Wars The Final Season, Episode 7, Dangerous Debt. This is the continuation of the previous episode, which left us on a cliffhanger where Ahsoka and Trace and Rafa, I think I finally got it, Rafa,
Yeah,
were all
Martez.
about to be captured by the Pikes.
Wait. So we got her name right, right?
Yes, I'm
What's
pretty
your
sure.
name?
Oh, yeah. Do we ever do that for this? I just realized that. I don't know if we do. My name is Jordan.
And I'm Ethan.
Yeah, just
I
in case you're curious. But I just realized after all of these Rebels Reacts, I don't know if we do that.
I think we do that.
It didn't like naturally, but you're right. We should say that. It just didn't naturally come that time for some reason. But whatever. Now you know who we are.
We were
Um,
talking names, so I figured why not bring it up.
that is a good point. So this episode starts in a Pike prison, which was very cool. I liked the prison
This episode takes place
a long time ago. Can you read mine?
a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Can you read mine?
I can read yours, but mine is backwards. Is mine backwards for you? Mine isn't backwards for you, is it?
Is mine backwards for you?
No. Mine is
Exactly.
backwards for me.
Yeah, we figured this out before.
Yeah. Well, whatever. The
Dude, what does mine
technology
say?
is confusing. Yours says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away as well.
Sweet, what does mine say?
It
You
says
don't understand the joke. We're gonna watch that movie when you can come over and
okay.
visit.
What are you talking about?
Uh, if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. Let me know.
Well, great. I
We'll
love
talk
being
about it
left
next
out.
time.
Did you notice in the beginning of this episode, um, there was a prisoner that they were transporting past one of the cells,
Okay.
and it was a snaggletooth.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did you notice? It was like a
Yeah.
little blue snaggletooth guy.
The only reason I even know that they exist is because I have that pop that I don't want.
So I don't remember which one was the rare one. Was it the red or the blue?
Rare or exclusive?
Um, it was exclusive, but there was what's the word? A chase that was the other
The
color.
chase was probably blue.
Yeah. Um, that's the only reason I know of him. Also, I don't know what his like lore is at all.
He was in the cantina
Is
on Mos Eisley.
is that
In
it?
Mos Eisley, yeah.
Okay. I when he walked by, I'm like, I know that guy, and that was about the extent of that excitement. I didn't really didn't really care any farther. Then we get a lot of talking between these three people in this prison
Yep.
cell. Um, it's just more of them not trusting Ahsoka, but then you kind of learn why these sisters don't
Oh
trust.
yeah.
Well, don't trust the Jedi. They don't know she's a Jedi, but we find out what happened to them.
Can I give the short version because we're in
Yeah,
spoiler
break it
territory, right?
down.
So the Jedi's to protect an entire platform of people through something somewhere, and it so happened to hit their house and devastate them, but also I think save a lot of people. And so they now vow that all Jedi are evil. Something like that is what I took away from it.
Yes. However, when they did say that, like, that one Jedi came up to them and is like, it's the will of the Force or something, like, I understood their being annoyed by that. They're like,
Yes, that part I 100% agree. They were that well, the Jedi. I forgot about that. Was very like insensitive. It wasn't like oh my god, like I'm still sorry that happened. It was that's a reason.
yeah. Um,
Yeah,
now, I was wondering,
apologize.
have we seen that episode before? I didn't look it up because they were describing it was when Zero, the Hutt, was escaping from probably like the Jedi prison or something.
Why didn't you look that up? Because now I want to know, and now I have to look it up.
All right, quick break. Zero the Hutt escape. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
watching a YouTube video
Easter egg.
currently.
It all ties back to episode 22 of the first season, Hostage Crisis. There was a prison break on the surface of Coruscant, Rafa recalls. Some gangster named Zero. The Jedi chased Zero and his gang down the portal. Oh, with Cad Bane.
Yes.
Leaping from speeder to speeder.
Cad
Finally,
Bane and Aura Singh helped Zero escape.
right into the portal.
But I'm just like, I'm wondering if we actually even see their house being destroyed or whatever.
Yeah. And then they said dark robes contrasting against her light green skin, so it was Luminara Unduli. Or Barrisafi.
Who are both not, or no, Barris is not great. Luminara was okay.
Although you know how I thought Barris was not great, but
We rationalized her a little bit too, even when we watched those episodes,
it
right?
was like, wait, no, she was just also she didn't go about it the right way.
Like, not at all. Like, framing your friend for murder is not the
No,
best thing to do, but
nope. Regardless of your motive.
her distrust of the Jedi was kind of grounded, I think.
And so, after we got that whole story from them, and then Ahsoka was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was actually surprised that she went that far that way, but that makes sense. I think with where she's at
Sure.
and her character.
So then they go to torture Rafa
Yes,
by just electrocuting her, and it doesn't, I don't think she gives them anything because they start with,
she doesn't have anything. Well, other
she
than
does, I mean, she
we
she
dumped
knows
it,
where the spice is. It's floating in
not
space.
gone.
Very, yeah, it's like, it's not
I'm
like they
assuming it got.
stashed it
I'm
somewhere.
assuming it got vaporized.
Oh yeah, no, it's not retrievable by any means.
Yeah.
So when they return her, Trace starts like antagonizing the Pikes and like punching them and hitting them and yelling at them, and Ahsoka's like, "Hey, maybe don't do that. That's probably a bad idea." And what does Trace do? Does she listen to Ahsoka?
No.
Of course not, because why would she? And then she gets taken. And then how does she slip out of this situation? I don't remember. I just know all of a sudden she is shooting these Pikes and running away.
I think. Wait, no. This is when. Is that when Ahsoka cuts the thing
Cuts the thing.
from the top, or is that later when they're about to execute them? Or did I get that out of order?
That's way later.
Yeah, no. See, because I got confused because it was like there was like this portion where they were like in jail, then out of jail, then in jail, then out of jail, then in jail, then out of jail, and I'm like, what the fuck is going
So,
on
yeah,
right now?
what I was gonna say in the beginning is it starts with them in prison and it just ends the exact same way. And in the middle of the episode, they break out of the cell and are put back in it. Once again, it's just like,
Yeah,
this episode was a little bit better, I think.
I also agree.
I enjoyed
And
parts of it.
the best part of this arc was in this episode, and it was depressing how short it was, and that was the best part.
With the story of the parents. Is that what you mean?
No.
What's the best part of this arc?
Oh, when
Yeah.
the three Mandalorian people?
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll get there. So yeah, like I was saying, Trace escapes. She's running away from these Pikes, and they're not doing anything. They're just chasing her through hallways. And Ahsoka Jedi mind tricks the door open so that her and Rafa can escape, and they find Trace and they escape the building. There was the scene where they have to like jump across that bridge, and Rafa makes it across, and then like the platform is moving farther, and Trace goes for it, and Ahsoka has to like force push
For
her,
sure. Yep.
and then they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna make it. Sorry. I guess we'll see you later." And they,
Also, and no, and also, Trace was like, "Oh, I did it! Look at that!"
which
Like
is even
you
more
didn't,
annoying.
you didn't notice when you were falling that all of a sudden you
And
went
your face slammed into the wall.
like you were about to die,
Yeah.
and then you didn't.
And then Ahsoka jumps and just glides over both of them, and they don't seem
Yep.
to notice that. And they're like, "Oh, I guess she died," and she was
Yeah.
just right behind him.
I think, yeah, I took that. She was like waiting. I was like, all right, tell me. I want to hear what you really think. Now that you think I
Now
fell,
that you
and
think I'm dead,
like,
it's like being at your own
yeah,
funeral. No one really gets that opportunity.
nope,
I don't think she would want them at her funeral.
no.
They would just talk badly about her.
Apparently, though, because she's going on this like, massive adventure with them. Remember when Star Wars? Remember that great period in Star Wars where we got that new content, the adventures of Ahsoka, Rafa, and Trace?
Just taking up a whole third of the final season of one of the best shows I've ever seen.
What do you mean a third?
This is the third episode with them so far. It's almost a third, and there's going to
Yeah.
be a fourth, so that's at least a third.
And you're confident the next one's going to be the last one?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. At least a third.
I think it's going to be more.
Yeah,
At this
that's
point, it's
very
going to be
upsetting.
half the season at least, and it's.
We're already halfway through this season. More than. It's
Oh,
only
yeah,
12
half of that
episodes, right?
half of the new episodes.
But it's just why
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Like they do some fighting things and they escape, and there's like a weird like homeless goat guy who seemed familiar. I don't remember why he seemed familiar. I don't know where I've seen him
Just
before.
because he's not been anywhere.
And he like asks them for money and they say no, so then he's like, "All right, well, I'm going to turn you into the Pikes because I hate you."
No, he didn't. He didn't then decide to turn them into the Pikes. He then stumbled the other direction right into the Pikes,
Right.
where they were like, "Hey, have you stumbled into the exact people we're looking for?" And he's like, "Good, yeah,
Well,
and I know where they are."
and did you I like the way when he points to him, the Pike guy turns around with the hologram like held right in front of him. This is like private business. This isn't for just every single person on the street. And he just turns around like, "Wait, what did you say? You want some money?" Oh, you've seen these people, have you?
It was just weird.
Very, very awkward.
Yeah, it's.
So Rafa's trying to, or what's her name? Trace is trying to get to her
Trace.
ship again. Just it's out on some platform for some reason. But before they can do that, they get captured by the Pikes again because they got turned in. And then, as you mentioned, was this Death Watch or
I don't know who it was. That was what I was wondering too.
because
But
they
I'm
seemed
not-
very intrigued by the situation, and it was like three, like
So
you said,
that was-
Mandalorian looking people.
That was the first time in this arc where I felt a little something. I was like, ooh,
This is actually going somewhere interesting.
like I cared for a second and it felt good.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to follow these people. I didn't want to follow even Ahsoka
No,
anymore.
and
I didn't care.
The second they flew away, all it felt like was I'm a little worried now,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest.
Oh, me too.
After Mandalorian and now this, I'm like, is this just a series of like teases with like a payoff and then moment and then just teases, but no like substance?
It's so.
Do you get
so
what I mean by
hollow.
that?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's really the way I felt about the Mandalorian. Like I can see where there was good stuff to like take out of it, but it just was very, very hollow for me.
I accept hollowish feeling content that feels less hollow later when it's contextually put against something significant, and it's like, oh, I see why it was like that. That's okay.
Sure.
And it doesn't like hurt as much. That is still where I was at with Mandalorian. I was like, okay, it seems like it's really going to be rich and deep, this next content they're getting into.
Yeah.
And this will very much be like, ooh, that like Wild West, just like getting the show going kind of thing, like starting off. And now that we're like, it was that, and now this is the next Star Wars content that they've produced.
Yeah.
The Obi-Wan show was put on hold. Like, this is weak. This is just like sure, it exists. Like, it is
like
content.
Just be happy it's there.
But if I'm really like thinking about it, I'm like, nah, this is not interesting. I do not care about these characters. And you don't in the 7th season. Like, I will give it to them. The Bad Batch new characters were
Fantastic.
awesome.
That was great.
Set against an established cast.
Right. Yeah, we get a little Anakin cameo in this arc, and that's it.
And that's what I was thinking about. I was like, do they just think Trace and Rafa are better characters than they are? Because if we enjoyed them, if we liked them, then it wouldn't matter what they were doing.
Not
we
at
would
all.
just enjoy hanging out with them. So it's really like the characters, and that's why if we do talk about Mandalorian, one of my favorite episodes, and I would say one of the better episodes, was the one where they with Bill Burr and those other characters. They're good characters
For sure.
And
the Twi'lek, girl, I loved her. She was so great.
And there wasn't much going on. They were just kind of in a prison ship moving around, but it was
a lot of walking around, but it was fine. Like it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, there's great characters in the Clone Wars. The pirate guy. What's his name?
Hondo. Yeah. Who's now permanently at Star Wars Land. I love that.
Cad Bane. There's good side characters, and these are not good side characters.
No.
At all.
They're weak.
We know Darth Maul is in this season, and we're already more than halfway through, and we haven't even hinted at him.
Forgot he was in this season. So that's why I feel like this is going to be, there's something like just over the hill, and I'm hoping that it's going to... Because like I said, if these were the first few episodes of the season, we'd be like, that's okay, there's more coming. They're ramping up. But because we had that like high and now this low, it feels really low.
Very low. And I thought it was just going to be that one episode, and then I'm like, okay, maybe it's just the 2 episodes. But now it's 3, and I'm figuring it's going to be 4. Yeah. I'm not even just talking about them. I'm just talking about like bad episodes.
Yeah.
So where'd it leave off? They're trapped in the prison again.
Yeah.
They all got captured again.
Yes, but then they get out again.
Do they?
Yeah, Ahsoka does her force thing, or did she do that the first time?
That's what I'm saying. That was the first time. This one ends with them just getting trapped again.
Okay, then
I'm pretty sure.
When's the execution thing?
That's towards the end because they have Rafa and Trace.
Okay.
I'm just scrubbing through it. Yeah, it ends with all 3 of them in a prison cell. Right back where they started.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this did nothing.
It's a waste. Like, there was no progression at all.
It felt like it was the only moment worth anything was to introduce those 3 Mandalorian characters.
And it needs to have more to it than just to set something up indefinitely. Like, I don't know when that's going to come up. I don't even know what it meant. I don't even know what to look forward to. It's like, oh, I recognize those people. Cool, now they're gone.
Oh.
Are they going to break them out? That might be cool. Death Watch breaking them out of the prison or something.
Ahsoka hasn't turned her lightsaber on a single time, right?
Does she even have them? She must. No, she hasn't turned them on at all.
This is like, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, that's all you need to know about these few episodes. I'm not interested. I don't care. All it's doing is showing us Rafa and Trace learn who Ahsoka is, who we already know who she is.
But they're learning it poorly.
It's
They're
on
getting
top
the
of it.
wrong impression of who she is.
Yeah,
She
it's
barely
just-
even uses the Force in these episodes. It's
I
so
don't
few and far
understand it.
between.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like
We'll see
how at
from-
the end, I forget if it was Rafa and Trace or Trace, but one of them says, "This isn't how I saw this job ending." It's like, you think? I'm pretty sure Ahsoka told you that every step of the way.
Yeah, and then it's always, but we had to. No, but
No,
whatever. I
no,
mean, you
you
don't
don't.
trust her. You are like living your life. You're doing what you got to do, but it's just I don't care. This isn't Star Wars. What's happening?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is a story of a Jedi who leaves the Order, which we haven't really seen before. So this is
Yeah,
what happens.
so you
you
know
go
what?
off on misadventures.
Keeping the mind open. We'll see what happens next.
Definitely. Leave some comments. Let us know what you're thinking about this season so far. Hold on, I'll be right there.
I'll be right there too.
I think we're both gonna go eat now. Thank you for
Yes,
watching.
we are.
We really appreciate it. We have a podcast that we do on YouTube and podcast services, and we also react to other shows and movies that you can find on our channel as well.
On the internet.
On the old internet. I think we're gonna do a reaction to Onward, so check for that. But until then, my name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan.
See, this is where we do it. Who are we?
The Huber Rebels.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Why
Okay.
is he a goat? Why was he a goat? I don't
Bye. I don't know. It doesn't.
get it. That's so
sense.
weird.